Hi everybody, this is Jamie. It is an incredibly beautiful day here in Oklahoma. It's warm, the sun is shining, grass is starting to get green. I can't wait for spring. I wanted to talk a little bit about intentional solitude. And for me, that means no relationships. I haven't been in a relationship since 2019. And I've been very happy with that. In the past, relationships have not worked out. A lot of drama, a lot of stress, cortisol level through the roof, makes me feel terrible. I had a lot of self-worth issues over it. And so in 2019, after my last serious relationship, I decided that's it for me. But something I've noticed is that, especially like on the internet, other platforms, TikTok, even YouTube, there seems to be this incredible number of women, and maybe men too. I'm sure there are men too, but mostly I've noticed women because that's the kind of comment sections that I'm in and I'm reading. Incredible number of women that are just done. They're discovering the peace that you get from no relationship, and it's not just the peace for me. That's a big part of it, but it's also, I always gave so much in relationships that everything revolved around the other person. Their wants, their needs, their desires, how they felt that day determined how I felt that day. And I don't want to do that anymore. I haven't done that for a few years now. And it has made an incredible difference in my life. For one thing, I look at men differently now. If I were to ever start dating, I would be so picky, so choosy. And that person would have to be able to contribute in a way to my life that does not take anything away from my life. It would have to amplify my life. It would have to contribute to my life, and it would have to leave me feeling good at the end of the day. And so far, I don't see that happening. Anyways, the number of women in comment sections also that are just like anti-man, I get it. I really do, especially right now in the things that we are seeing on the world stage. Men really seem to be a problem. And speaking of that, maybe it's time to let women, make the decisions. Maybe it's time to let women rule the world. Maybe it's time to let women be in government. Maybe the ratio needs to be more like, 90% women, 10% men. I don't know, just a thought. I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know. I don't think I am, but I think I could be. Anyhow, I spent a lot of time thinking about the things that, how do I put this without sounding selfish? Maybe it is selfish. I don't know. I don't care. The things that I like about my life, because I don't have a man in my life. I'm a night owl, and so I work a 2 to 10 job. And so I already have like a weird schedule, but it works for me. It wouldn't work for me if I had a partner, I don't think, because of my constantly wanting to wait on somebody. But I don't get up until between 9 and 10 in the morning. I may not eat anything until noon. I don't get up and my first thought is, I got to do for this other person. I got to cook for this other person. I got to make sure they have clean clothes. Do they drink coffee? Got to make sure that's done. I don't do any of that. I live on my own timeline, and I love that. And then I go to work at 2, and I get home a little after 10, and I might do a few chores around the house. I take care of my cat. That's another thing. I have 10 cats, and lots of times men don't seem to like cats. The few that do, I love you. But I take care of my cats, and I may, if I had any dishes, I might wash those. I might put a load of laundry in, and then I crawl up on the couch and I grab the remote control and I watch what I want to watch. And I get on my phone and I scroll, and I might scroll for hours and not move from that spot. And then I might decide to have a snack before I go to bed. I have also come home from work and just full on cooked a whole meal, or had a couple of boiled eggs and called it a day. I did not do that for my whole adulthood. I actually got married for the first time at 16. So I was somebody's partner, somebody's wife for the majority of my entire life. I'm 60 now. And so I don't want to give any of that up. I love the life that I lead. I don't have arguments with anybody. If my bathroom is not clean, it's because of me, or maybe my adult son that lives with me, but he's pretty good about that. If there's something not done, there's nobody to blame but me. And so there are no arguments about stuff like that. Anyways, I'd like to know in the comments, I'd like to hear from other women, especially if you are also leading this kind of life, how you're finding it. Do you, like, I don't ever go to bed at night and wish I had somebody there. Truly don't. I have a queen size bed, and I take up the whole bed, me and my cats. And I lay my head down every night, and I am so thankful that I feel the way that I feel about it. Yeah, I love this peaceful, quiet life. But yeah, I'd like to hear from other people that feel the same way I do. Anyhow, I'll make another video in another day or two, and I hope everybody has a really good evening. Love you, bye.